My last video was cut when I was just speaking about the power of lucid dreaming. So, when you have a lot of nightmares, when you have a lot of very intense dreams that are pretty scary and you don't understand why the fuck, or you know, those dreams that are repetitive and you never seem to get to that point, like oh, I dreamed I had to get to that train station and I always wake up when I am about to catch the train, and I feel all kind of distress and anguish because I never get to catch the train, or I feel like somebody is after me trying to shoot me and to kill me, you know, those kind of dreams, and you wake up every time you're about to turn around and see that person. So for those kind of dreams, lucid dreaming can be a very healing experience, and it's actually easy to get to do. So this is the key. It's called the SOL, the soul key: subject, object, and location. So you have to do it during the day. You have to make it a habit. So what you would do is say, subject, I'm Sasha. Object, and make sure you touch an object nearby you. My earrings. So I'm touching my earrings, or my plushie, or whatever object you have around. Make sure you touch an object and you name it. Location: I am in my home, or I am going to the school, or I am going to work, or I am at work, whatever location. And then pinch your finger, or, you know, stretch your finger. If you're dreaming, the finger is going to keep on stretching. When we dream, we cannot reply to these questions, right? When we dream and you say, subject, who am I? You cannot say who you are when you're dreaming. But even if you can, object, it's hard to have a tangible object when you're dreaming, or to get to read something when you're dreaming. Have you ever tried reading something in your sleep? I have. And location, one of the most clear experiences that one has in a dream is that we don't have clarity over the location we are at. So this sounds crazy, I know. Like, okay, this is stupid. Why would you be repeating this during the day at random moments? Because you are going to make it a habit, so that you repeat this in your sleep as well. Just take one moment. Subject, object, location, soul key. Just at any random moment, once or twice a day, so that when you're sleeping, you might get that sensation of asking. You will, I promise. You will ask yourself, subject, object, location, and you will realize that you are sleeping, and you will wake up in your sleep. You will say, that magical moment when you say, I am sleeping, this is a dream, I can change this. It happens. It takes practice, but it happens. And once it happens, you can change the dream. You can decide. I remember once I was dreaming that I was making out with a very horrible politician that I disliked. It was years ago. And I said, all of a sudden I woke up in my dream and I was like, okay, this would never happen. I have to be dreaming because this would never happen. So in that moment I said, okay, if I'm gonna be making out with somebody, I better make out with this guy that I really like. So I changed the ugly politician for a very famous actor. It was like, it was a nice dream. So we can change that. And we can help our brain close the loop, because these dreams that are unclosed, that are always trying to get somewhere and never finish, they are loops that are trying to figure out a way to be closed. So we can help our brain to close the loop consciously. Oh, there's another practice. I just love dream work. And I taught this to my children because that's a practice that I love. When I have a nightmare, I stay in bed for a minute before I move, and I start changing the outcome of the dream. Like in my dream, somebody took away my children or did this or the other. So in my dream, I go back and I imagine as vividly as I can an outcome that would have me satisfied. Like, okay, no, but I caught the criminals and then I went crazy like a Terminator and I murdered them and I got my children back. It's a dream. Or I became a superhero and I punched them in the nose and I got my children back. So it's like it's just like you can get as wild as you want in that moment between the dream state and awakening state, and in that moment you can actually change the whole outcome of the dream, and you will see how that changes the energy with which you wake up and the dream. It's like you allow the loop to close in a way in which you feel satisfied. So I hope that you like my 4 tips for dreaming, dream work. If you have any question, share them with me. I am super passionate about dream work. I believe that our subconscious and our body have all the wisdom that we need. So let's work